Well, good morning, everyone. I'm in the truck, headed to the body shop. Another body shop. This truck thing has been an aggravation. My insurance company has been great, let me say that. But body shops. First one I went to was one we had experience with. Blah, blah, blah. You know, y'all probably know the story, but anyway, the guy that owned it died. His wife's like, nope, I'm done with this business. Come get your truck. Of course, they never called me. I had to call them, and it took about a week for them to finally contact me. Of course, I understand. Just, you know, the woman had to deal with this, and when we went in and picked the truck up, oh man, she was overwhelmed. But anyway, got my truck back. Took it to a bit different body shop. They want almost twice as much to fix it. So this morning, and it took them a week. Well, actually, they never got back with me. I had to call them. And I really don't think they wanted the job. But anyway. So I had to call them and go pick up the estimate. They had it made out. It was laying right there. The guy knew right where it was at and just grabbed it and handed it to me. And so, like I said, I think it's just a little high. Not sure my insurance company would have covered it. So we're going to go get another one this morning, which is a week later. Had this wreck the end of April. Here it is, middle of July. It's aggravating, to say the least. But anyway, that's how life gets sometimes. So we're going to do that. We're going to get at least one tire fixed, maybe two, on the truck. This truck's getting pricey. Yeah. But anyway. And then I got to go get number one farmhand, bring him home from work, you know, so he can be home for the weekend. But yeah. Oh, I wanted to, because someone asked me, update you on Opal. Last Friday I took her to the vet. Well, they get, because she's lost some weight. I mean, we could tell. And the vet checked her out, couldn't find anything. So said, of course, we thought it was parasites. So she gave us some worm meds, or worm med, one pill to give her, and said bring her back in 2 weeks. So that's what we're going to do. This is the first week since then. But she's acting fine. She's running around and, you know, being Opal. So, sorry if I left y'all hanging on that one. Sometimes, you know, life gets so busy with just little stuff, you forget things. But anyway. Oh. I guess I want to talk this morning a little bit about what's going on. This ESG stuff, for one thing. And all this stuff ties in together. This ecological social governance. If you don't know that, look it up. All you got to do is put in ESG and you get tons of information on it. And basically, ESG is where they monitor your social activities, you know, on social media. Which they go looking at mine, I'm in trouble. But, and I'm not even the worst person I know on this stuff. But anyway, they look at your presence on social network, and then decide, if you're towing the line or not. And then we have the, I think it's called CBDC, with the digital currency, central bank digital currency. And that's where they take all cash away and everything's done digitally. Well, put the two together, the ESG and the CBDC, and you have a government that can control a population. Because of all they've said, I've watched the videos where these officials have said that this digital currency, which you'll just get a card, it'll be on your phone or whatever, I don't know exactly, and I don't think anybody does right now. And that's how you get your money. And the government can see everything you do. And if you buy too much gas, they can, I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but like I say, as an example, if you buy too much gas, then they can say, well, you're over your allotment, we're not going to allow you to buy gas anymore. Or, if you're buying too much bread, no, can't have you doing that, that's going to make you fat. Whatever, none of it makes sense, so don't try to make sense of my definitions, of my explanations. But go look all this up. It's out there. They're open about it. So, yeah. And then, we have the 15-minute cities. It's still a thing going on where everything you need, your job, the stores, everything will be within a 15-minute walk of where you live. There is nothing within 15 minutes of me. But the deal is they will, unless you're one of the corporate farmers, you're working on a farm for a corporation. I would think there would be an exception there, just because, if you're working on one of Bill Gates' farms, well, then he'll have everything there for you so that you don't have to walk more than 15 minutes to get what you need. Now think about that. We've got a doctor and nurse shortage. How are they going to put a doctor within 15 minutes of everyone in this country? And that's just one example. And don't take my word on any of this. Go look it up. Go look it up. It's crazy, and it's about control. And I don't think we're going to get the results that these people that are pushing for it think we're going to. They're doing it, and then some of this is done, the digital currency. They say, well, we can catch the drug dealers. No, you're not going to catch the drug dealers. If you can't catch them now, you can't catch them then, because they won't use that. Criminals don't obey the law, by definition. Why can these officials or these people making the laws understand that these criminals don't obey laws? They don't care about laws. It's only the honest people that are going to obey a law, whether it's a good law or a bad law. It's always the law-abiding citizen that is going to follow. So this isn't about criminals. It's about control. Everything they do is about controlling the people. I think that some of our elected officials quite possibly the highest elected official in this country, have sold out. What's going to happen if there's not a complete, total breakdown and revolt? But I don't know. Of course, you know, I like to read on history a little bit. And sometimes I look at what's going on today and how people are reacting to it. Most people are ignoring it, you know. I don't want to affect me. This affects everybody. But anyway, in this country, the United States of America, most people are just trying to be entertained. They don't want to be educated. They don't want to do anything about it as long as they've got enough money. And at this point, I've been telling people this for years. Right now, most people in this country don't work to survive. They work for stuff. Because we make enough money to survive. And you need a whole lot less money to survive than you think you do. But anyway, we're working for stuff. This phone I've got in my hand right now, you know, it's crazy. It costs over $700. I don't need this phone. I'm not making enough money doing these YouTube videos for it to be a necessity. I just need a phone to communicate with, you know, friends and family. But I have it. And I'm trying to use it as much as I can to justify it. That's what I'm doing right now, trying to justify my ownership of this phone. Most people don't. They justify it by saying, I want it. You know, I don't know. Just, they don't. As I said, most people in the United States do not want to be educated. They want to be entertained. And that's why that's going on. Anyway, I look at history. I look at the American Revolution, the beginning of our country. And, you know, I kind of was always, I don't know if I was led to believe or if that's just the conclusion I came up with. But I kind of always thought that most of the people in the colonies participated in the Revolutionary War. But come to find out, as in reading as an adult and on my own, that only about 3% of the population at the time actually participated. Now, you know, there was a lot less people then, but so, you know, of course, you look at Nazi Germany, and a lot of what went on in Nazi Germany before the war is like what's going on now. There was a lot of pushing of the occult, you know, there was a lot of, well, those guys over there are the reason why you're not living better than you are. Of course, those guys over there at that time were the Jews, which I think more people ought to study the Jewish faith. I'm going to recommend everybody go watch or listen to Rabbi Daniel Lapin. You know, I know Jews get a bad rap and all that, and I know I have been told why, you know, but go listen to him. Interesting, especially if you try to live your life based in faith. Anyway, looking at all of this that went on in Germany before the the war, and looking at what's going on in this country now, then you begin to understand some things. You know, it was the same thing back then, you know. Now this is, let's call it my opinion because I haven't read a whole lot on it, but it's the same thing. The people wanted to be entertained. They didn't want to be educated on the facts. They just entertain me and tell me why, you know, I'm not doing better than I am financially or whatever. So it's nothing new, and it's true what they say about if you don't understand history, you're doomed to repeat it. So there's a little food for thought this morning. I'm just about to the body shop here, but think about that. You know, spread the word. Don't argue with people. It does no good. I mean, you start arguing with me, then I get bullheaded and I don't want to listen. But I do listen to other people's opinions. You know, I don't always agree with them, even after I've listened, but anyway, I do listen and I do pay attention. So, okay, I'm here at the body shop now, so I'm going to stop this video for now and get back with you. Okie dokie, I'm back. Finished up what I need to do today at the body shop. Really nice lady, Larry Barrett Auto Body. I don't know if Auto Bodies, but anyway. She's going to work with the insurance company, contact them directly and see what they got to say, and I don't have to deal with the insurance company, which my insurance company, and I don't, anyway, sorry, I'm having two thoughts at one time. I'm in an area, Pittsburgh, I haven't been in a while. Trying to think what I was doing, but anyway, my insurance adjuster has been great to work with, and so I don't have any complaints with them. My problem has been with body shops, and I've never had problems before, but anyway, I am today. Yep, that's what I thought. This isn't an outlet. Anyway, I knew better. Just I haven't been over here in years. So, okay. Back to my story. My insurance company, Auto Owners Group, I think it's Group Auto Owners Insurance, have been great to deal with. Turned that first bid in. They said, no problem, we'll cut you a check. And we got the check in just, I don't know, short time. I don't know how long it took, but it didn't take very long. And then when I had the problem with the first body shop, boom, no problem. No problem, we'll void that check out and we'll write you a new one when you get a new estimate. So that's where we're at with the truck. She actually gave me a tentative date to bring the truck in to get it fixed. So that's a good thing, I think. And it's only 2 weeks away. Right at 2 weeks and 2 days or something like that. So, and yeah, sounds like it's going to be, hopefully this will be a good experience for me. So now I'm headed to the tire shop, and I know that's not going to be a good experience. No, the guys at the tire shop where I go, they're in Liberal, Missouri, Clark's Tire Warehouse. They're really good. A little slow sometimes, but also a little busy sometimes. But they're good. They get it done. Plus, they're local. You know, I like to do business as close to me as I can. Okay, so what was I talking about before the body shop? Oh, history and how it repeats itself. You know what? I'm not a college professor or some historian, but it's pretty obvious. I mean, this cycle has repeated itself time and time again. Just go look it up. I mean, I don't understand this. I know a lot of people that find history boring. Not me. I mean, we live history every day. History, you think of history, most people do, as these big events, and you know, because that's how you're taught. At least that's the way I was taught history in school. You know, you had to remember these dates, and that's why people don't like history, I'm sure. But it's pretty fascinating to me. Anyway, I guess I've bored y'all enough about that. I'm gonna go ahead and wind this video up. I'm sure it's pretty long. Okay, so I got a phone call there. That's why y'all got cut off. Body shop, they've already, I'm not 2 miles down the road, 3 miles down the road. She's already got with my insurance adjuster. They got a plan worked out, and they're going to communicate directly, which simplifies my life. So like I said, so far, you know, if you're in my area near Pittsburgh, Kansas, so far I got great things to say about Barrett Body. Larry Barrett, I don't know, I forget what their full name is, but it's not hard to find. So, okay, I just hope that the insurance company is going to cover it, because, you know, it's going to be more. So anyway, which that's a pet peeve of mine with insurance companies. I had a little Nissan pickup, and I was in an accident that was not my fault. Some kid in a big F-250 was talking on his phone, and he was coming towards me, but between us was a little S10 stopped to make a left-hand turn. They had to wait on me to go by. Well, this kid was on his phone and just nailed him. I mean, he barely had gotten on the brakes and nailed them, spun them out. The corner of their truck hit me dead center in the radiator. I mean, the insurance company totaled my little truck, which was super dependable. I mean, I had very little trouble out of that truck. I'd had it for over 10 years. You know, it started and it went, and you know, my only complaint about that truck was it was little. But anyway, they totaled it, but they only gave me like $4,500 to replace it with. I mean, granted, it was a 10-year-old truck, or well, it was probably a little older than that, but it was just super dependable. So, and I couldn't find a truck as dependable for that money. And then, you know, the fact that I knew that truck was dependable, and anything else I bought wouldn't be as, I didn't know the history of it, didn't know if it'd be as dependable. Okay, I guess that's my point. But anyway, insurance companies are usually a pet peeve of mine. And if they decide to total this truck, which would make me really mad because, I spent a lot of money on this truck. It doesn't look like it, but, I've got $10,000 worth of brand new engine in it. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. But so far, I'm pretty happy with this insurance company. I mean, there's only one time I've not been able to contact the adjuster. My actual agents up in Nevada, Rhonda has a good relationship with them. So, and, insurance companies aren't to hold up this time. It's finding a body shop. Anyway, so we're going to wrap this up. I've yammered on long enough here. And if you've stuck with me this long, excuse me, I appreciate that. Oh. Okay. So, like I said, if you've stuck with me this long, thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And let's look out for each other. Let's help each other when we can. And don't forget to pray.